haven't seen you around the Vale of late. Oh, don't tell me you've grown tired of us.
Excuse me, you there? I cannot help but notice you bear the moon and stars. So you are an associate of the dames? Might I trouble you for some assistance? You'll be rewarded, of course.
And who exactly would I be assisting?
Oh, forgive me. I am Etienne, a humble merchant. Though fortunate enough to count the dame among my acquaintances, I have business beyond these walls, but the guards have grown somewhat suspicious of my comings and goings of late. I was hoping someone might be kind enough to go in my stead.
A Cybertruck?
Yeah.
Who better than someone in the employ of the Vale's proprietress? Would you be willing to help a fellow in his hour of need?
I'm like, what? I'd rather have a DeLorean.
Yeah.
Why
Like,
not?
it's gonna be all stainless steel.
Marvelous.
It's kind of like the design of the
The
DeLorean,
task
you know?
is simple enough. Pass
It's
through the
big.
gate and deliver packages to
supposedly the
a
guy
few
who
of my
invented
most
Tesla, like, he
valued
went
clients.
crazy, and he
There
married
are
a
3 in
pigeon?
total. A grocer, an apothecary,
true?
and a distiller.
Tesla? Like,
Yeah.
You need only
like
mention
the
that
Elon
the items
Musk
you carry
Tesla?
are
Yeah,
fresh
that's
from
what
the
they
master's
said. Like, the creator
table.
of Tesla,
Nothing
he went
dangerous, I
crazy and
hope.
he died broke, and he married a pigeon.
Why,
That's,
of
you're
course
talking
not.
about Nikola Tesla,
Merely
no?
trifles which folk
Yeah.
beyond the checkpoint
Yeah,
are
fucking
keen
Benjamin
to get
Franklin
their
said,
hands on.
like, called Tesla a
And
fraud or
though
some
I
shit.
cannot prevent you from peeking, I advise
Ben Franklin?
that you don't.
I think he's
Strongly
stealing his whole
advise.
swag. He's like, nah, that guy's a fucking idiot.
Ben Franklin,
Benjamin Franklin.
like the founding father of America.
Yeah. Like the one who found electricity, supposedly.
They were around. They were alive at the same time. Or what?
That's what I don't know, that's what I heard. I haven't fact checked myself,
That's the day done then.
but yeah, he did die broke and alone, and everyone called him crazy. You can't turn air into electricity,
With the right to confiscate any object.
dumb bitch. This is because they don't want everyone to have free electricity.
Yeah, the first electric car was invented in like 18 like.
Ever do they get that color?
Bro, yeah, we had like fucking cars
They call
since.
it the electric carriage.
I have a delivery from Etienne.
That's why I heard there's this theory like
From the master's table.
like what is it called? That you know how there used to be like a bunch of fires, like the Great Chicago Fire,
Yeah.
like the Great LA Fire, like that was just to cover up all the old shit we had. Like we used to have like really nice shit and like
Yeah, like
roads, like really nice roads and stuff like that. But they just burned everything down, and they said like, oh yeah, just a big fire, like don't even trip. And then now everything's fucking shit.
They would go to the black communities and like
You wait right
just
here.
like fucking fire them up.
They're just yeah.
The thriving black community.
But like the culture, no, like the buildings and the culture, it's like of the like cities, like multiple cities have like great fires, like in the what, like 1900s or some shit,
Perfume.
and like shit, just like a lot of shit's been lost.
Flam's finest.
Yeah.
So it's like we've like the technology we have today is pretty much we had it like 100 years ago, but not, but we still have the same shit and we think it's new.
Yeah. Yeah, like there was like a militant like a militant fucking a black militant group. There was like
Well, I have business.
kind of like the Black Panthers,
Somewhere the
and
gate
they had
got
taken
fire.
over a city, right? Like they like went into a shootout with the police and like with the National Guard, and they kicked them out. And like they had taken over the city, and like the city was actually
Blinded,
thriving.
if I discover you
so
have played
so
me
what the U.S.
false,
government did is they
I
went
can
and they
always
dropped
take it
like
back.
bombs on the city.
you will do
Yeah.
no
Like
such
it
thing.
incinerated the city
Your master
completely
should cut out
because
your
they
insolent
couldn't
tongue.
gain control of that city.
Had you been
Yeah.
the of any other man, I would see you.
Like I think that happened in the 80s too.
In the 80s,
Yeah, that
fuck.
incident, I think it happened in the 80s. But yeah, it's like anything.
Cigars.
Like let's say like if like a certain like a virus outbreak were to happen,
Yeah,
like a pandemic, and they were to take over a city, like in order to control like the city, they would vaporize that shit. Like,
yeah, they would be like,
yeah,
they'd be like, nah, like something happened, or they would try to say like something happened, but
Yeah.
like they did as blew that shit up.
they would cover it up.
Raccoon City status.
Yeah.
The dome?
My dad watches it.
The dome, nah.
Yeah, and it's like a mysterious, like invisible dome goes over a city,
Yeah.
and like everyone inside is trapped, and
Like-
then everyone outside is like they can't get in.
Uh-huh.
They can see in it, but they can't get in. And then like so pretty much the U.S. government like they send like a
What
like
did you
a
say was in
warhead
these pies again?
over and try to blow up the
I warn
dome.
you now.
But
I
like
don't
it blows
sell
up
to your
everything,
kind.
it vaporizes
Whether you have the
everything
coin or
around the
not.
city. And, like, the dome is
Where's
so
your master
intact.
anyway?
And, like, no one
Etienne
knows
sent
where the
me.
dome came from.
Didn't know.
Damn, they just like lowered on them.
Yeah,
That's cool.
like it cut a cow in half.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, they showed it in the like
It's
introduction.
like slowly going down.
It's like,
I think I had enough
and
my
then like the
back.
cow's like all cut in half, and like the half falls out.
This is for Etienne.
You're like, this is gonna be a good one.
All this for a drink.
Not just any drink. The very best. Specially distilled from our most discerning customers. The guards find that, they'll seize it before you can blink. You keep it well hidden, all right. If Etienne likes it, tell him there's more where that came from. For a price, of course.
Of course. Perfume, cigars, and spirits. One has expensive tastes.
Ah, you have returned.
I believe these are yours.
Delightful. The dame will be pleased.
You don't say. And would she be pleased to learn what you had to exchange for those items?
You mean the crystals? No need to be coy, my boy.
Why not just tell me in the first place?
An honest man wears deception like shackles about his ankles. I couldn't risk you stumbling under the gaze of the guards. After all, we both know the punishment for dealing in unsanctioned crystals, even such morsels as I provide. And if you don't know what this day's work may have cost you, then, well, I dare say you'll sleep all the better for it. Despite the risk, our friends beyond the wall gladly give their finest and most treasured wares for the paltry crumbs I trade in.
I didn't realize crystals were so scarce here.
As scarce as chocobo teeth, hence the thriving market for even the scantest fragments. Do you think it vulgar that I profit from the hardship of others?
I think you're doing what you believe is necessary.
Indeed. And I don't doubt the dame would agree. A reward for a job well done. I have the goods I was commissioned to gather, and the guards are none the wiser. I thank you, as will our mutual friend when she hears of how you have aided me.
Well then, I suppose you'll need a little something to remember me by.
And I suppose I'll need to get my coin purse.
You wear the dame's brooch. She must trust you.
Enough to have me look for one of your colleagues. A woman by the name of Tatienne.
She's still missing then. Oh, if only I'd comforted her.
You saw her before she disappeared.
The day before, she was in tears. She'd lost her comb, a gift from the dame. It wasn't anything fancy, but you could tell it meant the world to her. You see, Tatienne was an orphan. and she looked upon the Dame as a mother, as do we all.
So she was upset.
And I didn't lend her my shoulder. But perhaps someone else did. Tatienne shared a room. Her chambermaid may have seen something. She's over there, sitting by the pond.
Thank you. Let's see what her chambermaid can tell us then.
So you're the new escort the girls have been talking about. And you've already been sent off on an errand, eh? Poor boy. You'll be knackered before the real work begins later on tonight.
I'm told you share a bedchamber with Tatienne. Did she say anything to you before?
Before she went missing. Only that she needed to meet with someone. She didn't mention a name, but I know exactly who she meant.
You do?
Lad from the garrison. Annoying little shit. Spent every guil he earned on Tatienne, and picked fights with anyone else who tried to buy her time. Followed her around like a lost puppy. Tatienne was flattered at first, but it didn't take long for her to get scared. She thought about saying something. But the Dame was so proud of her for how much she was bringing in, and she didn't want to let her down.
This man from the garrison. Did you ever see him?
Of course I did. He tried to sneak into our room enough times. Slimy sod's got a scar over one eye. Claims he got it in battle.
You've been very helpful.
Don't let him get away with this. Find him, and you'll find her.
A man from the garrison. Seems a trip to the barracks is in order.
I haven't seen you around the Vale of late. Oh, don't tell me you've grown tired of us.
That's the day done then. Drinks and the Vale.
How about the Vale, then drinks?
Grinding.
Heard the bones fell favourably. To the Vale, then, is it?
What do you think?
I'm looking for a man with a scar over his eye.
Looking for a man? Does this look like a brothel, Branded? Fuck off.
Hold your tongue. He wears the Dame's brooch. One word from him and the Vale's doors will be barred to us for good.
There's only one man in the garrison with a dodgy eye. His name's Yannick. I haven't seen him around lately, though.
On account of him being in war. Yeah, Yannick left a few days back. Said he had dealings with a merchant there.
The Dame thanks you. Moor is the last village on the road to Oriflamme. I should let Isabel know where I'm headed.
Sergeant's got it in for us two. Huh. Where's your commanding officer, Branded? Don't you know the training grounds are for real soldiers?
Hey, you lost or something? Sorry, but the Imperial Guard's got no use for your kind. The infantry always needs more bodies, though.
I'm just passing through.
I don't bloody believe it. The bastard's wearing the moon and stars.
That'll be why he's strutting about like he owns the place.
The Dane laughed when we offered her our protection. You reckon this prick's really worth a couple of the Emperor's finest?
I dare say there's ways of finding out. How about it, Branded? Care to show us how you earned that brooch?
I'd rather not.
Oh, no doubt. Only chivalrous souls that we are, Robin and I need to know the dame's being properly looked after.
Fine. If it'll put your mind at ease.
Oh, and just so you know, I won't be holding back. I suggest you don't either. Take a moment to get ready if you need it. Wouldn't want you whining about an unfair fight.
If that's what you want.
Cocky bastard. All right, let's be having you. Oh, and when you go crying to your mistress, tell her it was Leon who gave you the pounding. Use all the dirty tricks you want, Brandon. All right. So you know one end of a blade from the other. I will never fail. Fuck me.
What the hell are you playing at, Leon? Huh. So it's a real challenge he wants, is it? Fine. Sword up, bearer. Let's have some fun, shall we? How'd a bearer win the Dane's favour anyway?
I know he went to hold my tongue for a start.
We got potential. I'll give you that.
Cooked.
Can I go now?
Grieger's gas. The bastard didn't even break a sweat.
The dame's man or no, he's still a branded. Best hope the sergeant never hears about this.
Yeah, not after the bullocking he gave us for missing drills. Might be the old sod had a point.
I'll leave you to it.
Yeah, good bloody riddance. At least we know the dame's in safe hands, I suppose.
Do us a favour. If you have to tell the dame about this, tell her we got a good few hits in, eh?
Pride comes before a fall. Ain't that some shit?
The Emperor's finest, thrashed by a branded. The sergeant may be a surly bastard, but he had our number, all right. Extra drills at his then.
What do you reckon Yannick's done to upset the dame? Didn't swear as a cow.
I don't know how a bearer came by the moon and stars, but thank goodness I found you. Can I trust you to be discreet?
About
Nope.
what?
About this. About what I wish
Oh.
to ask of you.
He's in a trauma dump on me.
About the fact that I, a humble creature, assist the Dame of the Vale in her endeavors. As unlikely as it may seem, there are those within the upper echelons of Samberquois society who find the Empire's treatment of bearers to be barbaric.
All right. But what do you want from me?
This town is carried upon the backs of its bearers, and yet many would see their servants starve. Not for the want of coin, simple fare cost little more than a pittance, but to revel in the suffering of others, a simple act of cruelty. Contemptible though it is, my countrymen would sooner cut off their noses to spite their faces than see
like
their
IHOP or
heroes
something.
fed. And despite my best attempts at secrecy, my efforts to dole out comestibles have been noticed. Which brings me to my request. The brand upon your cheek affords you a certain freedom. A freedom I could sorely use.
Fine. What do you need me to do?
Oh, thank you. An extra meal may not seem like much, but it will make all the difference. Here, deliver these, but keep them hidden. Quickly now. What food I can provide goes where the need is greatest. And today, that happens to be the barracks. 3 bearers, overworked and underfed, not permitted a moment's rest.
It's no wonder so many die before their time.
Tragic, true, but do not let anger make you careless. People will view this act of mercy as an undermining of the Empire's authority. Be discreet for both our sakes, and for the sake of those we feed. Oh, and when you're finished, a word in the ear of one of the dame's girls would be appreciated.
You won't be staying then?
I'm afraid not. I am expected back in the capital, and have already risked much speaking with you this long.
Crystal's curse is bad enough. We can't let people starve as well.
What do you reckon Yannick's done?
Are you waiting for it to heal on its own? Hurry up!
Looks like now's not the time. You look like you need a rest.
Not half as much as I need this. Thank you. I don't eat it here, though. Not where anyone might see.
Ready?
Has it always been this bad?
Yeah,
Well,
that's
it
cool.
was worse before the Chamberlain. I'd be dead without him. Me and many others.
Some vitamins.
That's something at least.
No soup is good for you.
Outside my mom, the company had to replace an $80,000 car.
Damn.
Because some dude, he didn't put in the windshield. He didn't like apply the urethane adhesive correctly.
Uh-huh.
And it created a water leak.
Yeah.
Like on the headliner, all the water got in and ruined the head. Like it left a big ass watermark on the headliner.
Uh-huh.
And then the
Tell
customer
me about
like
good
the customer
tidings.
complained,
That
and I
remains
guess they
to
had
be
a
seen.
lawyer or whatever. So now the company has to replace it.
$80,000.
$80,000 Volvo.
Volvo, damn.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
And then we're like one of the guys like, can we just clean
Oh,
that?
Tatienne, you
He
could
goes, we
have told
can.
me.
He goes, but
This
the customer
Yannick,
will try everything they can.
The
in
soldiers
their
I
power
spoke to believe
to
he's in
get
the
a new
village of
car.
Moor. According to
Like,
them,
even
he
if
claimed
they
to have
bring
some
in,
business with a merchant
beat
there.
up,
But that wouldn't explain his continued absence.
And you plan on traveling to
And we
Moor
mess it up,
to ascertain the truth?
That's crazy.
Isn't that what you want?
Oh, it is.
It's actually
But
insane.
I fear sending you there may cause more harm than good. The people of Moor are rather set in their ways. You'll find they have little love for bearers.
Fucking Christ.
And they will not hesitate to report one such as you to the constabulary. There is a man in Moor who owes me a favor. More than one, in fact. His name is Bertrand, and he works at the stables. Tell him I sent you.
I shall return as soon as I find something.
day done then. Drinks and the veil.
How about the veil?
The altar glass and the straw.
I have something for you.
From the Chamberlain. Thank you. You need to leave. Now. Please.
Branded! Who told you to rest? Stoke those damn flames! And you! If you've got a message for me, out with it. If not, return to your post.
What do you reckon Yannick's done to upset the dame? Didn't square as a cow.
Enough! Curse you! Get away from me! You'll work faster next time if you know what's good for you!
Yeah. It looks like you need it.
The Chamberlain must have sent you, but alas, my work is far from over. If I don't go now, they'll beat me.
You need to rest.
But I won't. I've wounds to heal and bones to mend.
And what of your own hurts?
They'll wait. As will my hunger. Thank you, though.
A drover has more regard for his cattle than the Empire does its bearers. Anyway, I'd better head to the Vale.
All right. Are you here for business or pleasure?
Business, though not my own. The Chamberlain put me to work delivering food.
Ah, so he found someone to help him then. Just as well. I hear his friends back at court have been taking a little too much interest in him of late.
So he really is a Chamberlain.
There was a time when he was the Vale's most illustrious customer. Us girls thought of him as a generous uncle. He was one of the only people round here who seemed bothered by the way the Empire treats its bearers.
Rare for one in his position.
A fact not wasted on the dame. A little nudge from her is all it took, and he became the patron saint of Northreach's starving masses. My sisters and I may have lost an uncle, but bearers are being fed for a change, so we don't grumble. Much.
Glad to hear it.
Gives you faith, though, doesn't it? To know there are people out there like him. And you, for that matter. It's no wonder the dame's got a soft spot for you.
I better be going.
Someone's badass. What? This is so lit. What the fuck? The limit break.